Hey, yellow class, one of the best classes around. Today is Thursday, March 16th, my older brother's birthday. It should be like 50 something, but by that time it doesn't matter what number you put on it. Let's see here. We are in Unit 4, Day 2, solving exponential functions using logarithms, and also today using natural logarithms. What logarithm means, again, there's some teachers who are, they're the real deal. They're all explaining what it is. For me, I just want you to know it's a tool. If ever you solve an equation where there's a variable in the exponent, it's up high, you need a log to bring that thing down. Once that log brings it down, then you're just solving an equation. So it's a tool to get to the stuff on the roof. A logarithm is like a ladder. Go onto the roof, pull it down, now you can do your work. With that said, attempt to do number 4. See what you remember. Pretend like it was a test. Of course, you're going to write it on your notebook paper where all the problems are, so I don't know how to tell you what to do so that you don't see all the old work. Do it on the actual page, but I've been telling you not to do it on the page. Maybe you turn your notebook paper. Oh, I don't know. Is there a way for you to do that without seeing the old stuff? If so, then do that. If you can't help but see the old stuff, okay. All right. I should have given out like a little quiz paper, but I'm not. So what you're doing right now, you're going to try to do problem number 4. I'm just going to write down the 4 so that when it's time to do it, I can do it. They're trying number 4. For those who weren't here, for the people who are doing number 4 is so easy that they won't really put basic problems like this. Oh, they will put one simple one like this, but most of them, they'll make it a little trickier because it's too easy. Say it again one more time. The idea is, the only way I know how to spell my middle name is I had to memorize it. E-N-R-I-Q-U-E. At some point, I had to go through that process. And whatever it was that I did to memorize that is the same thing I did to memorize 3 times 2 is 6. I also do the same thing to do the square root of 100 is 10. And I can even do that, this one, remember this one from college. This one makes people in my family think I'm smart, but it's just memory. In calculus, and if everyone, all right, now I'm gonna do it. Take 1 minute. This way you'll know more, even if you don't take calculus. Let's make this 2. Let's make this a 4. Hey, anybody know how to find the area of a rectangle? What? The area of this guy is 8. We just multiply this guy times that guy. No big deal. To find the area of a box who now the top of it has been blown up like a balloon, it's kind of rounded. So I'm saying, hey, find the area of this box. And so you put your same little 2, you put your same little 4, and you're ready to go. Oh, 4 times 2 will give you 8. The problem with this 8, which isn't the correct answer, I'm about to talk about calculus. Just so you know, what's calculus? This is where calculus begins, this little box. Someone wanted to find out how much space is there in this one. This one, there's 8 squares of space. This one, there's 8 squares of space here, but there's a little extra up here in the roof. How do we find the area in the roof? It's a curved line. We need to find the area under the curve. That is called calculus. Hey, can you find the area under this curve? What do you mean? Like, can you do calculus? And what they wind up doing is this, and then I'm going back to this thing that I have memorized, and then I'm going to the thing that's on the paper, and it goes like this. They decided, what if we cut this shape into a bunch of rectangles? And then we found the area of the first one, found the area of the second one, found the area of the third one by just doing multiply 2 numbers. And then we add up all those numbers together. We find the area inside this whole thing under the curve. And that is calculus. They did more stuff with it. But if anyone ever says, hey, are you going to take calculus? You can like find the area under the curve. That's all it is. Now in calculus, there's a thing called finding the integral. Integral of e to the x dx, which should mean nothing to you. And it barely means anything to me, other than when I took calculus, the answer to this problem, and I don't know why, which is why sometimes I'm okay with letting you get the answer, even if you don't know why. If someone put this on a test for me, this is an easy one. Oh, by the way, just before I do it, anybody know the answer to this integral? It turns out, for whatever reason, e to the x is an answer plus the constant c. So there's no numbers, it's just the answer is a bunch of letters floating around. But on the test, when I wrote this down, I got the correct answer. Because during the work, like you're doing right now, the teacher reminded us that this would in fact be the answer, this would be the answer to this problem here. What am I trying to say again? My middle name is Enrique, E-N-R-I-Q-U-E. I remember that. Teacher told me this is the answer when I see this problem. I remember that. And now for you all who got the correct answer today that I'm about to put up here, you remembered the steps. What's the first thing we're going to do on the problem above to get the answer? Yeah, I'm going to say divide, even though, again, some other math teachers will get mad at you, because technically, we're not dividing this, but fine. So we got our 16s on the bottom, that's why I got it in red. What am I going to put in front of the 67 and the 16? Yeah. And now for those who weren't here, on your calculators, find the log button to the left of 7. You're going to do a division problem. Log 67, make sure you close off the number on the 67 with the parenthesis. And I heard someone else say that you have to close off the parenthesis on the 16 as well. Do we need anything back there? So again, it's a simple division problem. All right, where is it? The V gives us the, what does it come out to be? I saw like 1.5. Alright, so 1 point. So I'll put the 1, even though technically it should be a 2, but if I see a 1 or a 2, I know, okay, well, you're not just getting this part guessing. The 1 means you didn't round it, the 2 means you rounded properly. So I probably should write the correct answer instead of the one that's close to it. Then if I see a 1. For those who weren't here, here's all this problem says. Hey, what do I need to raise 16 to so that would give me a 67? If I raise 16 to the second power, so I'll do that on there. Do 16 raised to the second power. It has to be some super big number, 16 times 16. 256. All right, 256, that's way bigger than we need. So that kind of lets us know, well, the exponent on the 16 can't be a 2, it has to be smaller than a 2. It can't be a 1, 16 raised to the first power. For those who don't know, anything raised to the first power is just that thing itself. Now, why are they trying to find this out? The people who needed it, they needed it to actually figure out something for real. For you all as high schoolers, they're like, nah, let's just do it. I don't have the skills of doing it. What does it mean? Nothing. Nothing. You just remember how to do it. We'll go from there. Another teacher, I'm sure, would probably put in context and on your test. There's going to be a word problem. And eventually they're going to offer you a formula that you'll have to solve, but they're going to try to put it in the context of a word problem, which may not help. All right, they got the first one. Let's let them have a second one. That was 4. Sure, why not? Go ahead and eat 5. At this point, for some of you, 5 will be a little bit easier. What I'm going to do on 5, for the people who weren't here last time, to remind those who were, I'm going to do it the long way, the official way, so that you know that he's showing you a shortcut, but just in case some other math teacher says, well, of course, show me all your steps. Oh, steps. I already put the 16 down below. What are you talking about? So this technically is a longer way to do it. So do 5, please. I am going to actually check mark 5 because 4 is on there. Hopefully I didn't do 4 too slow. I'd rather too fast. At 5, I am going to check mark 5. And this is why I kind of want you guys to start seeing. Actually, I'll do 5 twice so that I can introduce the new concept. Also, when we come back, I should be giving you a survey, kind of close to an end-of-class survey where you start trying to find out your thoughts. My goal, as we're now getting closer to the end of class, has been make math either as easy as possible or that it doesn't sting as much. For those who hate math, at least you hate a little bit less. Those who like math, it's nice and smooth, nice and easy. Some people in between are like, I can do this. All right, let's get some hands. Hey, what's the number I can raise 3 to so that when I multiply 3 times itself that many times, it'll give me 69? Well, I know 3 to the second power is 3 times 3, that's 9, it's too small. 3 to the third power, that's 3 times 3 times 3, that's 27. Well, here, what we're going to do is just use the power of the logarithm. We got our 3. After this, I'm going to redo this problem the long way. You don't have to write the long way. I just want you to see it so you're like, oh, now I know why I like the short way. And then I'm going to switch to the brand new type of problem. which involves the letter E. Here we go. So we have that. In order to do this, make sure you write the word log both on the top and on the bottom. All right, and then we're left with A equals something. A equals what? I heard some 3.85s. I'll do the 3.84. If you did the 3.85, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. After we're on the 5. Yeah. So what I'll do, mess with people and put the 2 digits, because usually it's just 2 digits. 3.85. Oh, got it. I see what you're saying. Oh, there was nothing else there. I thought you were saying there's no need to do it. All right, 385, boom. All right, hopefully you feel like, what? That can't be it. You're sort of right. There's going to be one problem on the test that is this easy. They'll have just 3 pieces of the puzzle. You'll do the little wham schlammy, and then boom, you'll have it. But the others will have more. Let me do this real fast. Those who were here last time, you can kind of blank out. I'm going to redo this problem the long way so you can see, okay, the shortcut, which is sort of illegal, is supposed to be by some other math teacher who will be like, no, I don't want shortcuts. I want the real deal. So here comes the real deal. A. If there's something stuck on your roof, you need a ladder to get it down. This letter A is stuck on your roof. To get the ladder down, or the ladder is log. Technically, you write log in front of here, and there isn't a rule that says when you write log, the exponent can be brought down front. That's what's happening officially. The A is now in front. There's my log 3, my 69. Oh, shoot, I messed up by not saying. When I write log on this side, I've changed the problem. So what you do on one side, you must do on the other. And that's how log winds up over here. That's how you get the 2 logs. And then this new line down here, we put that in. So what do you do first? Get the A down by writing log. If you do on one side, you must do on the other. Now you got logs on both sides. Now I have a multiplication problem. A times this log 3. How do I get rid of the log 3 so I get my A alone? I divide it on both sides. So you can see, extra steps, but you wind up with that same division problem. And my thing to you is like, look, if we know it's going to end up with that same division problem, why not just go for it at the very beginning, as long as you know where it should be? We wind up with that A equals that same 3.85. I won't be doing the long version again. I just want you to see it in the case that I didn't write it last time, or if those who are new, so at least they get to see the real one for a second. So let me pause so you can look at it. I'm going to try and put it right next door to it so it looks similar. It's a highlighter so you'll get one of these, and here it comes. Here's a fake fiber. How can I do that? 5. I'll put fake 5 so that you know I made it up. It's going to look just like this 5. Let me also get rid of some of this bottom stuff so that some student who a lot of information hanging around just not close them. Looks like this. We're going to make that 3 and E. We're still going to raise that E to the A power. I'm going to let it equal 69. The question becomes, hey, how do I solve a problem that has an E? First, E represents a number. Does anyone know what number represents? When it's close, pi, let's back up to pi. Pi represents a number. Anybody know what number pi represents? 3.14. Yeah, 3.14. But they still write pi every single time instead of just write 3.14. Well, there's another number as special as pi, and it gets its own little letter that represents a certain number every time you see it as a mathematician. Once I say it to you or someone says it to me, again, this is why you're going to be like shoulders above the people around you outside there. They don't know this stuff. Someone say the number. Second? 3 is close. 2. 2 is close. 0. 0 is close. No matter what you say, I'm going to say it's close. 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 Right down. The 2 is one of the closest, and the 3 is in between 3. It turns out E, I'm just going to write it here in the corner. You don't have to write E equals 2.718. 2.718. This is not the answer to the problem. This is just so one day if you ever are asked, hey, what does E represent? Is 2.718. But how do we get the answer? how do we get the answer to this problem? We don't write in 2.718. Here's what we do. We're going to do to E what we did to 3. Do me a favor, do to E what we did to 3. What is the thing that you have to know, though? You do not get to use the log button with E. E is called natural log. You have to use the ln button. So where's ln? Is it below log? Ln. Why they reversed the letters? It should have been NL, natural log. They switched it for whatever reason. But instead of putting an log, they put an ln. You'll get one of these on there, and their jobs will be, do you remember when to use ln? Only when there's an E. Every other time, log. All right, so go ahead and try and finish this problem without me, and then I'll do... Yeah, same thing. All right, here it comes. Yeah, if you did it right, you put an E on both sides. What do we put in front of the 69 and the E? Ln for natural log. And then you divide, make sure you close up the parenthesis on the 69. And then hopefully, what did we get? 0.2364. So again, 236. What I'm going to recommend is that you only go 2 numbers after. If you forgot how to round, you just write the first 2 numbers. If you know how to round, remember if the third number, 361, if the third number is lower than 5, then the 6 stays the same. You're not strong enough to pick me up. But if you are 5 or greater, you are now strong enough to pick this 6 up just one level, which takes it to a 7. In this case, that 1 can't pick it up. There you go. So 0.23, you only do 2 digits after. So this. Oh, we got a different answer out there.
What is this?
What do we got? We got a 4.23. Anybody else got a 4.23?
Yeah.
All right. Could mean that maybe we type something in. All right. All right. I got an A equals 4. Was it 23? That's got to feel weird, but teachers all like, yeah, that's right answer. Did I type something? All right. There's the E thing. All right. Let's get the harder problem. Oh, pause. Any questions on the E problems? Now we're going to do either or, just with more steps. All right, let's see if I can find the next one. Answer it. Give it a shot, because I'm going to write up this way. If there's something that breaks, you'll be able to fix it. Number 10. So we'll do 3 of these that are ugly on the handouts. Then 3 that I'm just going to make up and write up on the board. 3 and 3, and you should have kind of what you need. And then that'll be it. Let's see how long it takes. Still going to write that E in red. I can't say. Do what you think. And then N, when you see like, really, that's one of the few things that we should try and trick people when to switch back and forth. So again, the only hint I can give is mess around with that minus E, because that's where I highlight the E. With the inverse, the opposite, I don't know if I'm doing the whole thing now, because some people might still be working, but at least I'll do that thing. Somebody would be tempted just to subtract 5 from both sides. The thing turns into 0, and it's like, oh shoot, what do we do now? Once you get there, the E is red. For those who weren't here last time, your trigger is when to know when to divide that E or whatever the base is. Base is for bottom. In other words, whatever number is below the exponent, we call that a base. Base is always down low. At this point, since there's no number in front, no number behind, just the base and an exponent, you're ready for step 2. Someone say what step 2 is, please. And again, what goes now? Someone different than just answered. What goes with the 10 and the E?
So you don't want us to put 2.7.
No, I just want you to know it if someone ever said it. The reason you don't use it is because it's an irrational number. What that means is it's 2.718, 13, 15, 75, 132, 1,000, 1,000. It just keeps going on and on forever, just like pi. And because of that, when you punch in your calculator goes a certain distance. So that way, we just keep it as is there. All right, here comes. I don't want you to do this, but technically, if another math teacher gave you a hard time as to why did you write ln on that side, but you didn't write your ln's on this side. Technically, in order for this thing to happen, and I don't want you to write it, I just want you to see it, technically the ln that went in front here, that's going to bring this whole thing down, should be here. If the question will be like, well, why wouldn't Thomas write these original blue ln's? And why is he asking us not to write them? The answer is, in the world of math, the more stuff that gets on there, the more places there are to make a mistake. And do I want you to make a mistake initially? No. Later on, when you know it so well that you know exactly what's going on, yeah, you throw in your ln's all over the place. But for now, you divide the e, throw your ln's, and let's finish this one off. Hopefully some of you are feeling, okay, natural log of 10 divided by natural log of e equals, say it again? Hopefully you're in that neighborhood. Any other answers just in case? It's a different one. Okay. And then from there, you just add your 1 to both sides. Old school. Be careful in case you don't have a calculator, that you know that this is $1 and this is $2.30. Like, what is he talking about? It's possible that some student could have put that +1 here at the end, and they want it with 2.31, but that's not the case. If you did in your calculator, of course, your calculator won't make that mistake. It'll add the 1 to the 2. But what is true is, really, you're adding the 1 right here. Are these enough places for you to make a mistake on your test? Yes. But I hate grading this test because there's so many different things I'm going to have to look at and then try to, oh, a circle right here, that's what they did. Oh, circle right here, they put the thing on. So, if you made a mistake down at this level, because this is really what they're concerned about, I'll decide whether or not I'm going to have you fix this part. Right now I'm thinking, yeah, sure, I'll have them fix it. It won't be a hard fix. Alright, there's the answer. Take a look at it, see how you feel. You'd be totally confused, like, whoa, which hit this, which hit that. This is one of the last 3 that we're doing before I do the test like this. Alright, any question on this one? They can't really do that much to try and confuse you. That one. So if you're wondering, I wonder why he chose this one. The 5 in front of the 6 is the big deal. Alright, so let's see, we're writing 15. I'm going to come around and check mark this one because it's a brand new sheet. This is CUDA 2. Again, in red. For those who are new, the number in red is the one that lets you know, okay, what am I dividing on both sides? Now, obviously, they don't. They won't put theirs in red on the test. But this is me wanting to be as easy as I can make it. If you've done something with the 5, then you're kind of where you should be. If you're still kind of thinking, what should I do with that 5? Then it might be worth looking at this move. In order to do the divide, you got to get rid of everything so that you just have a base and an exponent. Once you have just a base and exponent, then you can do the red, log, you win. And the next 3 problems, you still need to do this, but in a test, the way they'll set up with the test. That is, they won't give all the pieces all in one place. They're going to put pieces here, pieces over there, and then you can decide, okay, I think I'm okay with that. Nonetheless, what do we do with the 5 first? It's being multiplied times all this, so we're going to have to do the inverse. What is that? Yeah. So it starts off nice and easy. If you remember what to do, if you've forgotten the inverse of 5 or how to get rid of it, then that makes it hard. Just, I don't remember. And sometimes in a class like this, it feels bad. Some people remember it, but they got to kind of wait for those who've forgotten it, which is why the classroom setting isn't ideal. Options used to be like, hey, go at your own pace. Here's your packet. If you can work fast, work fast. If you need to slow down, you slow down, you know. But now it's back to like, hey, put them in a class, and then kind of move it at the same amount of time, same space. What am I doing with the 6, please? Yes. Oops, I didn't put my log. It is log. Can someone tell why it's log and not ln? Yeah, no E. And that's one thing that I'm trying to get you. If you had to make a mistake, though, I like doing this sometimes. LOG happens far more than LN. So if ever you had to guess, I don't know, I'm just going to guess one. You guess LOG. You do all of them LOG. Probably one, maybe 2 of them should have been LN, but you'll win the rest of them, as opposed to going back and forth and kind of mixing them all up. What's log 4 divided by log 6? 0.7 something. 774. All right, I'll do just that one. If you did the 774, your final answer would be slightly off, but it'll be in the neighborhood. All right, what am I doing with the 3, please? Yeah. So really, they're taking you back to Algebra 1. You're solving equations with one extra move that you have to remember. But again, what is this equal? 0.2 something? I'll put a 2.6, but if you have that 2.5, whatever, again, I know in your calculator either you didn't choose to round. And again, what this M says is, hey, if I had a 6 raised to the power of 3 times something, then multiply all that times 5 so it would equal a 20, I would need that M to be like a 0.26. Can it be like a 1? That's be smaller than a 1. I apologize for all the steps. I can't undo it. I can't stop it. Take a look at it. See if you want. Once you log, in other words, once you get the exponent down from up top by doing the red log, then it's true. You're back to just regular old math. This is the only new piece that turns it into a straight line. In other words, there's nothing raised to the power. It's just one straight line. All right. These will be example T, EXT. T kind of is more for test. In other words, it's trying to remind you of that. Let's go straight forward. This one kind of resembles a little bit of what we just did. These, try to do it as if you were taking a test, and that way you'll know if I were taking a test. Because I'm trying to make it resemble, how would I do? Of the 3 problems I'm going to do, technically to be in the safety zone, you need just 2 out of 3. But yeah, take a look at that one. Oh, I'm sorry, let me put something in red. Even though on the test it won't be in red, I'm still interested. So again, attempt to do it like it was a test problem. For some people, last semester when they took the test, the E problem was the one that they missed. So if you got this one right, you're kind of one step up on the old students from last time. Here it comes. Once you answer, don't say another one. So if you want to wait for a particular answer that might be harder, wait for that if you know them all. What are we doing with the 13? Yeah. We're trying to get that red E alone. So step 1, we got to get rid of the 13. 13 divided by 13 is 1, which is what cancels there. Over here, 130 divided by 13, is that 10? Okay, we got the 10. Alright. So far, just regular division problems. Step 2, this is what I was going on the check mark. Hey, what do we do with the E, please? Yeah. I try to put it in red on the test. It won't be in red, but I figure give them a clue at least early on. And again, someone different. What am I putting in front of the 10 and the E? Yeah, the LN. I was checking to see, okay, they got to do the log thing. They're going to do LN. And again, if you had to mess up, like, I have no idea which one, go log. You'll be wrong this time, but most of the time, E won't be floating around. One other thing, I'm just saying this if your memory is good. If your memory's not, don't even listen to this extra part. It's just going to be one extra thing to remember that you don't have to know. But it goes like this. The natural log of E is 1. In other words, ln of E equals 1. Now, why is that sort of important? Because technically this part just disappears and really it's just what's on the top that matters. Now, do you need to know that? Do you need to do that? No, for our purposes, when you punch it into the calculator, your calculator will go, okay, ln equals 1, whatever the top is divided by 1. Why am I saying it? Because there are some math teachers who they stress this idea, and so that when you put ln on this side, they just make it disappear. They don't even do any division. I just want somebody to hear that. That way, if you get another space, another teacher, it says it equals 1. We did it all the time. We never made it equal 1. You know it. Is it important for you to do these problems? No, because when you punch into the calculator, it's going to do the work for you. Here it comes. What did this division on this side come up to? Right here, 2.30. I'll go with that. Some other numbers. What's over here? Just that 0.023. If you made it to this point, then pretty much if you made a mistake, I kind of want to be like, all right, well, all you have to do is the final division. You know, if you mess up at this last stage, this is supposed to be the big deal in here. Do they know ln? Do they know log? Will they divide it properly? Here comes, last move. Dividing again. This was the first of the three, and probably the hardest of the three. We'll see what the other. I know one of the three is just going to be straightforward. It's just 3 pieces. Divide, divide, log, log. You're done. I'm going to let that be the very last problem so that when you walk out the door, you will have done with the last one. Oops, sorry. Messed up with the 2.30. Hopefully you weren't writing in pen. 0. What is that final answer? T equals something. Oh, 100. Interesting. Let me see what that means to the original problem. If I put in 100 up here, in place of t and multiply it, I'll turn that into a number. If I raise e to that power, then multiply times 13, it'll give me a 130. Pause, look at it, especially if you miss something you need to write them, give them a chance. And then thank them for coming to class. And by the way, again, we're near the end, the middle, endish of Unit 4. When you finish Unit 4, that's all the new stuff. Unit 5 is a quick review, scratch quick, a review of all 4 units. They're going to pick certain problems from each unit for you to redo to see, make sure you still remember it. And then you're done. So basically, if you're getting this log stuff, you're really at the very end. So the journey that began kind of long ago is now coming to an end. Here it comes. Let's give them this one. This is example T. The second one of the test. The 2 T's, you know, it's the second one. Here it comes. They will do this to try and mess you up. They'll say that I equals, I'm going to put it in red, they won't, 10 raised to the power of dB. It'll be a word problem like dB stands for decibels. I think they did this in one class, it may not have been yours. And then they're going to say, well, what does dB equal when I is 7? Yeah, so choose a number for it. Your only hint will be, before you can do this problem, you have to substitute in what they said I is, and then you're ready to get started. Again, I'm going to let it be what it is. That is, if you have to struggle, I'm not sure how I'm going to try to do this. I color code something so that at least it'll give my hint. But what to substitute first? Here it comes. Step 1. Where am I putting this 7, someone? Yeah, you're going to replace the 7 with the I. And now you're ready to step 1. What am I doing? Oh, let me make that 10 red. What am I doing with the red 10? Someone who didn't just answer. You just answer with the 7. Don't hold. Someone different. What am I doing? What am I putting in front of the 7 and the 10? This guy's LOG because no E is around. That's floating up in the air. Well, let me ask. Do you see this as the exponent, or do you see it as next door to? If you saw this next door to you, that would be my fault. I think the test will be enough where it's up high enough where you won't make that. Okay. If you did that, then again, that's, someone give me log 7 divided by log 10 gives me some answer. What does it give us?
1.18.
1.18? We got a point. We got a 0.85. We got a 0.4. 24. All right. If you did 0.85, obviously, I guess that's fine too. And here comes the dV. Now this line here, if you're not good on this line here, it just means, oh, I forgot algebra a long time ago. It's been a while. I was doing geometry for a whole year. Now I'm in algebra 2. I forgot how to do. But here dV is being divided by 10. What's the inverse of division? Oh, I shouldn't make put it. Let me not put it in red so that doesn't suggest. Have another color. Fine, I'll do. Math can't make it feel that way. Now, I got this decimal here, decimal there. Let's imagine I want this to be clear. Instead of using a raised dot, I might want to use a parenthesis. Oh, that looks weird too. Okay. Here goes. Final answer could be a 8.4. In the case you have the 8.4, if you had an 8.5, I mean an 85 there, you'd have that. I need a dB there actually. Go ahead and try that. I wrote it on the board. It didn't record it. And then, all right, step 1. What am I replacing the P of X with? It would have been cool if she would have said 2048. Oh my God. Excuse me, all students, it's 2048. All right, so the 2048. I did look at some papers. Some pieces were missing a little bit. If it were a test, I'd probably hand those back to you, even though if the final answer just popped out without the piece that should be for the final answer. What am I doing with the 2? Yeah, if this part here is missing, I'm okay with shortcuts, but if that part's missing, then I'd probably give you your paper back. Say, oh, some part's missing. Final answer is what?